So it's actually been a few weeks since I finished reading this book, but I finished it and then I started reading Percy Jackson, and then I started reading The Diary of Anne Frank, but I'm only like halfway through that, and then I got my wisdom teeth out, and then I had to wait until I healed from that to be able to talk about this. So it's been a little bit since I finished reading this book. I really need to discuss it because I was crying and crying and crying and crying. So the book that I'm talking about is Prodigy by Marie Lu. Prodigy, of course, is the sequel to Legend. It's the second book in the series, and I have no idea when the third book comes out, but I'm dying waiting for it. My reading experience kind of went like this. So let me just start out by saying that this book emotionally ruined me. I was not expecting the things that happened in this book to happen. That's one of the main things that I love so much about this book, is that you think you know what's going to happen, and then something completely different happens, and then you think, okay, well that was a little plot twist, and this is the way the story is going to go. Marie Lu likes to watch people suffer, I think, because I suffered. I suffered a lot. It basically starts out right after Legend ends. Kind of like when it went from Divergent to Insurgent, it was sort of the same time when it picked back up again. That's what this is like. And basically June and Day, they've pretty much betrayed their old government and they're kind of fugitives now. They are going to find the Patriots to kind of figure out what to do. Once they find the Patriots, and Tess is with them, of course, that's kind of one of the main reasons why they went to the Patriots in the first place. We meet this guy named Razor, who's kind of the head of the Patriots, but he's also kind of in with the Republic because he's in the military. So basically what Razor tells them is that the old elector has died, and Andon, his son, is the new elector. If they want to bring down the Republic, they're gonna have to assassinate Andon. June's job in all of this is to go gain the trust of the Republic again and kind of fight it from the inside so that then they can assassinate Andon. Day's role in all of this is to just help with the assassination and kind of just give them info. June goes to the Republic and sort of slowly starts gaining their trust back. While she's sort of getting to know Andon, we discover that Andon's actually really cool. He doesn't want to make the country suffer, and he doesn't want to separate people, and he doesn't want to overthrow anybody. He just wants to unite the country and be a good leader. June goes there with the intent of getting him assassinated, but then discovers that he's actually really genuine and cool. He is then torn between the Republic and the Patriots and who she's loyal to. Again, a lot of these dystopian novels, they're very loyal to one side or the other. They're very against the government, or they're very with it. But June has been raised her entire life to be with the Republic and trust what they're doing, and that that's the good guys. Like, she's not completely loyal to the Republic, but she's not completely loyal to the Patriots, and she's very conflicted about it, and I thought that was a really cool thing to read about. And Day, on the other hand, he's very against the Republic because, unlike June, he's been raised his entire life to fear them. June tries to convince him that there's not necessarily the good guys and the bad guys, it's the fact that they had a leader who was leading them in the wrong direction. These rules and laws that had been basically tearing the country apart were not made with the intent to tear the country apart. They were made with good intentions, but Day refuses to believe that, and he can't see that. And also another cool thing about this series, the entire series, is you never know who to trust. Basically, it's just a roller coaster of emotions and feelings, and it's just a lot to handle. If you don't want spoilers, I suggest you stop watching or whatever. Can we just talk about what was up with Tess? I mean, she was kind of acting weird from the beginning, and I kind of felt like it was so sudden that suddenly she has this crush on Day. Like, I didn't get that vibe at all in the first book. She doesn't trust June, and she wants Day for herself. I just thought that came on a little soon. I mean, Day is really all that Tess has, and she feels like he's being taken away from her and that he's choosing June over her, and so I get it. I do. Like, I thought they were cool. I thought Tess and June were totally cool. I guess I was wrong. And then I just need to point out the moment where Tess was getting all pissed off at Day, and then she said, oh, well, if you could only save one of us, who would you save? And then he's like, I would save you. Just without thinking, and she was like, why? And he goes, because June doesn't need my help. Oh, dude. That was so stupid of Day. That was so stupid. I was cringing. I just knew that she was about to blow up at that. Just one of those moments where a character does something and you're like, oh, no. No, 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 no. But at the same time, you kind of feel bad for her because, like, obviously, I can't believe how plot twisty this book was. I was not expecting that. When I started reading this book, I thought that it was going to be like everything leading up to the assassination and that they would either save him or they wouldn't, and then the book would end. I was wrong. Did you guys see it coming with Matthias and Thomas? Because I'll be real with you, I did not catch that until right before it happened. Was Thomas in love with him, or was that just Matthias? Was that one-sided? I didn't really get that. Maybe I'm just stupid, but I didn't get that. Man, what a plot twist. Just like the OTP that never was, that never could be. When they get there and the colonies are not what Day thought they were going to be, and you could just feel like his disappointment. His entire life he's held on to this hope that maybe one day he could get to the colonies and life would be better for him and he wouldn't be starving or poor, he could just be. That's sort of what got him through all those years on the streets in LA was the fact that maybe there was a better life out there. But he gets to the colonies and he sees that that life isn't really better, it's just different. I feel like that experience is what it took for Day to see that they do need the Republic. Just because the Republic has bad rules, it doesn't mean that rules are bad. And then Cade, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Yeah, I was crying when Cade was killed. I mean, I expected somebody in this series to die at some point, but I didn't expect it to happen in the second book when things were at their climax. Like the Finnick death, am I right? Like, it's like they're there one moment and then they're dead, and it's like they've got to move on and they've got to fight, and I'm just like, wait, didn't somebody just die? Oh my god, though. Oh my god. It's nothing simple. Couldn't even deal with this book at sometimes. Sometimes I just had to put this book down and be like, oh my god. Because when you think that something is gonna get better, it just doesn't. And then something else happens, and everything goes crazy, and then I'm crying all the time. And, obviously, we need to discuss the plot twist ending. I was violently sobbing and trying to read through my tears. What the hell? I did not see it coming that Day is dying. I didn't even catch the hints. Did they hint at it before? Did he talk about a headache? I don't know. Maybe like once. But OTP. Here's my hope for the next one. If Day dies, which he's probably going to, I will be okay with June maybe ending up with Andon. I really like Andon. I really do. I think he's sweet and he has good intentions, and I think that we can trust him. I picture him looking like Darren Criss, like a little presidential Darren Criss. So, in conclusion, yes, this is a very good sequel. I can't believe some of the things that happened, and I mean, it's been a few weeks, so I've probably forgotten things. But the ending. Why? He is beauty inside and out. He is a silver lining in a world of darkness. He is my light. I can't with this book. I have no idea what's going to happen in the next book. Man, it's going to be crazy. It is going to be crazy. It's just so much is gonna happen. There's just a lot of feelings inside of me right now. This is a very good sequel. A sequel that is better than the original. Imagine that. Yes, if you haven't read this series and you've stuck through my spoilers, I'm first of all sorry that I spoiled the ending for you, but I did warn you. It's nothing like I expected it to be. The plot keeps twisting and turning into things that I did not see coming. So if you haven't read Legend, read Legend, and then read Prodigy. Just read this series. I just need people to freak out with me. Yes, Prodigy, 10 out of 10 would recommend.